What is good, everybody? It is your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again, back from New York. How are y'all feeling today? Had to hop in here. The Chicago Bears 2019 schedule was just released, and I want to know how y'all feel about it. I want to know your opinion about it. If you're on the live right now, get a video a like. We appreciate the love. Chicago Bears 2019 schedule was just released. Listen, the Chicago Bears are going to be one of the most highly anticipated teams in the upcoming season. Vernell in the live, what's good with you, bro? The Chicago Bears are going to be one of the most highly anticipated teams upcoming this year. People are looking at the Chicago Bears. Honestly, people around the league, not just here, people around the league are looking at the Chicago Bears like they were a potential Super Bowl candidate. They look at the teams that were in the Super Bowl, the kind of game that the Super Bowl was played, and they look at the Chicago Bears like a potential Super Bowl candidate. How will that play out coming in the next season? How will that work for the Bears coming in the next season? Well, we've got an outlook at the current teams. Don't mind me, as always. I'm just adding the links into the live. But we have an outlook at the current teams. And we are, honestly, I could see us winning a lot of these games. Now, a lot of it depends on what Mitchell will be able to do. Of course, it's going to be on Mitchell. It's going to be on his arm. It's going to be on what can he accomplish in this offense. But at the end of the day, this Bears defense is going to be top-notch. Let's get it cracking off with week one. Chicago Bears open up their season. The 100th season, might I add. Let's start right there. Let's start right there. The 100th season. Chicago Bears been around 100 seasons. Who else could say that? Vanilla on the live, I think the schedule is very favorable. Well, let's take a look at it together, y'all. By the way, if you are in here right now, like this video, share this video, tell your friends about us. As Ringo J would say if he was in here right now, tell your mamas to tell their mamas. Let's look at week one. The Bears play the Packers. A Packers team that, in my opinion, did not improve this offseason. Yeah, they made the pickup of Adrian Amos. They got rid of Ha Clinton Dix. But honestly, did what you see from the Packers tell you that they improved? Did what you see from Green Bay? Of course, Aaron Rodgers is always a threat. He is the man, the myth, the legend. He is somebody you always have to worry about. But we saw how that offensive line fared with Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, Leonard Floyd. Hurt Leonard Floyd, might I add you. A team that did not have Roquan Smith in it yet in that first week. We saw how they fared against the Chicago Bears, and it was not pretty. They're beatable. They are definitely beatable. And I like the Bears' chances. So, honestly, I'm looking at this, and it could just be my Bears biased. But I'm looking at this, and I got the Bears opening the season 1-0 right now. I'm looking at this, and I got the Bears opening the season 1-0 right now. Where did they go week two? Week two, they look at Vic Fangio and the Broncos. A team that, listen, don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on the Broncos. Don't sleep on what Vic Fangio can do to this defense. Don't sleep on Joe Flacco trying to have a comeback season, trying to prove that he's not somebody that's washed up. He's not somebody who should have been cut for a rookie. Or traded, I'm sorry, for we can say cut. We can say basically he was cut. They basically said he came back, he was healthy, and they basically said, listen, we don't want you. We don't need you. Week 2 versus the Broncos, don't sleep on that matchup. It's going to be tough watching Nagy and Fangio go at it, especially since Fangio's going to know what the defense is going to be throwing at him. Fangio's going to know what Khalil Mack has coming off that edge. He's going to know what Akeem Hicks has coming up the middle. The factor in this game could be Clinton Dix, the one man that he doesn't know everything about. But other than that, he knows his defense well. It could be a problem. I'm just saying, it could be a problem. Honestly, I can still see the Bears winning that game, though. I can see the Bears winning that game. So week 1 at the Packers, I got them winning. Week 2 at the Broncos, I think the Bears pull it off. I think they don't sleep on Joe Flacco. I think they take this team seriously because it is that Nagy versus Fangio matchup. Fangio feels he can do it on his own. It's going to be a competitive game, but I got the Bears winning week 2 also. I got the Bears starting off the season 2-0. Week 3, Monday Night Football versus the Redskins. Yeah, that's a win. Yeah, that's a win. I don't even have to break this one down. I mean, you lost Alex Smith. You got Case Keenum stepping in. What? Nah. Not even worth my time looking at it. Not even worth my time breaking it down. Got the Bears starting 0-3 right now. Or 3-0, I'm sorry, 3-0. Not 0-3, 3-0. 3-0. Week 4 is going to be a little more tricky. Kirk Cousins, Stephon Diggs. A team that gave the Bears a little bit of go. The Minnesota Vikings come in to Soldier Field week 4. The Minnesota Vikings are a team that has proven they can surprise you, as we all saw in the Minnesota Miracle. They're a team that can come out and honestly, listen, they're an up and down team. Sometimes they're ready for the game, sometimes they're not. They're a team that plays flat in certain games. When the Bears played them on Monday night, it was over. You knew from the opening snap it was over. Once they flexed that game, you knew that the Bears were going to dominate it. Honestly, and I hate to say it, I'm not going to be biased. Week 4, Minnesota's going to have our number. I think this is going to be a time where they're going to want to get a little bit of revenge. They're going to be that team that, hey, we should have been in those playoffs, not you. We could have beat all those teams, not you. I think the Vikings might take this one. So right now I got the Bears sitting at 3-1 coming out of 4 weeks into the season. The first quarter of the season, the Bears leave out 3-1. What more could you desire? We are live right now on YouTube. We appreciate the love. We appreciate all the support. Please like the video. Please share the video. Please subscribe. If you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell. Vernell in the live. Denver will be tough. A tough out because that defense is legit for sure. For sure. And you're right. Say no more. It's Washington. Going into week 5. Week 5 is in London, ladies and gentlemen. The Chicago Bears are going overseas to take on John Gruden and the Raiders. A team that, what are you going to see from them? Antonio Brown is now on that team. Derek Carr still can't get protection, though. But that's not going to be a tough, easy victory. Now, that offensive line is vulnerable. Derek Carr can see a lot of pressure from them boys up front. This could be a game where you see a lot of linebacker blitz from Roquan Smith. This could be a game where you see a lot of domination coming off of that edge. Does Leonard Floyd have a game on this one? This could be a game where Leonard Floyd comes out and he destroys. The Chicago Bears take this one, in my opinion. Week 5, I think, coming off of a loss to the Minnesota Vikings, the Bears are going to be fueled up. They're going to be ready to go. They're going to be ready to eat. And I think the Bears take this one. Week 5 in London, the Chicago Bears come out with a victory. They go to 4-1. Let's move on to Week 6, ladies and gentlemen. The New Orleans Saints, and this is in Soldier Field. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Week 7. They got a Week 6 bye. So Week 6 is our bye. Week 6 is our bye. Not a bad bye. Not a bad bye. Gives you time. You've played 5 games. You've kind of gotten in a rhythm. Your team is starting to rest up now. You're getting in a rhythm where you're playing a lot, but you need that rest. You're starting. That's kind of a point where you start to need that rest. So a Week 6 bye, not terrible, not great. Still got a lot of season to play after that. Matt Nagy's gonna have to learn how to what's the word I'm looking for? How to pace this team. How to pace this team. He's gonna have to learn how to pace his players. Because there's a lot of football to play after Week 6. Week 7, you get right into it versus the New Orleans Saints. A New Orleans Saints team that, honestly, probably feels like they should have been in that Super Bowl last year. Probably feels a little slighted. Probably feels a little cheated. They're going to come out with a little bit of fire. Now, this all depends on which Drew Brees we get this year. Are we going to get the Drew Brees that is the Drew Brees that we've seen? The Drew Brees that is dominant, the Drew Brees that is throwing touchdowns, that is getting out of the pocket, making the moves he's got to make. The New Orleans Saints team with Alvin Kamara, the balance. Or are we going to get that old Drew Brees that we've all kind of been waiting for to come out? Because, listen, in football, the drop-off is hard. Ringo on the live, what's good, baby? In football, the drop-off is hard. One day you're right there. One day you're on top of the world. The next thing you know, you're falling off. You can't throw it 10 yards, 15 yards. The drop-off in football is ridiculously hard. A New Orleans Saints team coming into Soldier Field. Week 7. What time of year is Week 7? What time of year would Week 7 be? Is it starting to get cold around that time? I feel like Week 7 we're starting to get a little chill. New Orleans playing outside, coming to Soldier Field in that wind. Depends on the day. Depends on if Chicago feels like it should be 30 degrees or 50 degrees, you know. You know how we get it. It could be snowing or it could be sunny. I'm going to go out on a limb. Chicago Bears win this one. Vernell, they'll be good, but losing Ingram will hurt, in my opinion. Does losing Ingram hurt New Orleans? Of course it does. You had that dual back threat, but is it something that you can't recover from? I don't know. That's something that it all depends on Kamara. You know, it all depends on what kind of production you get out of him, what kind of, season you get out of him. Can he be that main rusher? Can he be the guy that's taking the brunt of that load? You know how I feel about running backs. I've said it many a times. Running backs are a dime a dozen. So, maybe. We'll have to see. We'll definitely have to see. But I got the Bears pulling off a Week 7 win versus the Saints. So right now I got the Bears sitting at what? I got them winning Week 1 versus the Packers, Week 2 versus the Broncos, Week 3 versus the Redskins. Week 4 I got them losing, so that's 3-1 right there. Week 5 versus the Raiders, got them winning. Week 7, coming off of the bye, I have the Chicago Bears winning, so that is 5-1 to start your season. Bears fans, are you ready? Are you excited? Are you excited for this season, Bears fans? 2019, could this be our year? Could this be the year that the Super Bowl drought ends? Were you alive when the Bears won their last Super Bowl? 1985? I wasn't even born yet. 1985, y'all. Could 2019 be the year? Could 2019 be the year we eat? Let's move on to Week 8. I'm hyped right now. Bears versus Chargers. Chargers coming into Soldier Field. Desmond King II. Derwin James. That Chargers secondary. It's got a lot of speed. It's got a lot of size. It's got a lot of dangerous talent in it. It's going to be a tough matchup for Mitch Trubisky. It's going to be one where it all depends on the development we see from him this season. It all depends on how good he is coming out this season. It all depends on what that accuracy looks like. We heard Nagy say it. He knows the system now. He knows the plays. He knows the calls coming out. It's a matter of, can he execute them? Can he hit receivers in the hands? Can he not make the errant throws? Of course he's going to make some. All quarterbacks make some. Let's not judge him just because he misses a few. But can he minimize those? That's what we need to be asking. Week 8 versus the Chargers is tough for me, man. The Chargers are a team you always got to watch out for. They're a team that's dangerous. If Mitchell's on, of course they could win. Mitchell does so many things well. But if he's not, this secondary is dominant. You can see a lot of interceptions in this game. I'm going to go to Bears actually lose this one. But it's a tough one because you're coming off a big win against the Saints, in my opinion. So I'm going to say that the Bears actually lose this one. But it'll be close. It's not going to be a blowout. I think Mitch will play well, but I think something fluky is going to happen. Hopefully not the kicker. Hopefully not the kicker. If you're on the live right now, please like the video. Please share the video. Please subscribe. Hit that bell if you do subscribe. We appreciate the love. I am Pat the designer. This is Pat and the people. I'm Pat, y'all the people. I appreciate it. So right now I got the Bears sitting at 5-2. Vern, I got that one. A close one. Chargers 27-21. Okay. We kind of thinking along that same line. Right now I got the Bears sitting at 5-2. Going into week 8. Now week 9 is where it gets serious. Week 9 is against the team that we can never forget. It's against a team that we'll never be able to look back on and say, this had fond memories. This is what sparked it all. Week 9 is versus the Eagles. We all remember the patented term double doink. Probably the kick that ended Cody Parkey's career. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Nagy's going to be going up against Doug Peterson in this one. It's going to be a game of the brain. You're going to see two coaches that think a lot alike, know the game well, are very smart. It's going to be who can move the chess pieces most and which players can execute. This one is not going to be a blowout like we want it to be. It's also in Philadelphia, ladies and gentlemen. You know they're going to be ready for the jokes. I think the Bears are going to be so motivated after that playoff loss. They come in here. I take back my previous statement. Khalil Mack is going to be so focused. Akeem Hicks is going to be so focused. Leonard Floyd, Roquan Smith, Eddie Jackson. Clinton Dix wasn't there, but he's going to feel that energy. Kyle Fuller. This team is going to be ready. They're going to come out strong. I got the Bears dominating this one. What's going on? Having some technical difficulties here. So we can clear it up real quick. Let's take a look at week 10. If I can get this fixed, let's see what's going on here. See if I can get this fixed real